Hello, my name is Lou Redmond. Thank you so much for showing up to practice with me today. I tend to be someone who does things that I don't necessarily want to do in order to please other people or to prove myself in some way. And I didn't realize where exactly this came from until I had a reuniting with a childhood bully. Often, a lot of our fears or our insecurities, our unworthiness, we can root them back to childhood experiences, maybe time when we were on the playground or we felt left out or when we were made fun of in some way. And I really only had one bully growing up, and this kid made my life miserable. It was from around 6th through 8th grade or 9th grade, and he would knock my books down in the hallway if I saw him. He would call me derogatory things. He peed in my shoes one time. It was not a fun scene. And so he left, luckily for me, when I was 15 years old. He left our town, and I was hoping to never hear from him again. Fast forward over 15 years later, and I'm on Facebook, and I get a friend request. And guess who it's from? That's right, childhood bully. In that moment, my whole body starts to have a physical change. My physiology, I can feel the blood start to race. I can feel my heartbeat. And I completely lose focus on what I was focused on. Because I go back to 14-year-old Lou, and I literally think in that moment, if I don't accept his friend request, he's going to find me and beat me up. And I was reflecting on this afterwards of, wow, how deep that experience ran in my body, that how deep that has been in my subconscious that entire time. And I was curious, how has this feeling shown up in less dramatic ways? Because that was in my subconscious. It wasn't a conscious experience, but just one person, one red dot, brought that back into reality. So how have I been out in the world, been around people, and have projected this childhood bully in some sense, and have had these feelings of fear or unworthiness show up just because of the impact that this kid made in my life? And I was working with a coach around this, and we were doing some really powerful enactment work where I got a chance to speak to my childhood bully, or at least someone who was playing him. And I got a chance to tell him what I wish I could have said back then. I got a chance to stand up for myself in a way that I did not stand up for myself back then. And it was really, really powerful and healing in its own sense. And then afterwards, I get encouraged by my coach to reach out to this bully in real life and to tell him his impact in a compassionate way, but to tell him how he made me feel. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. But I wasn't someone to back down from a challenge, so I did that. And to my surprise, it was received with a lot of compassion and a lot of forgiveness, and it was a really beautiful and healing experience. And where this comes full circle is I had an opportunity that I felt like I was getting taken advantage of, and I was just doing it to prove myself in some way, and they weren't really paying me a lot. And I kind of had something come up where I was remembering my power, where I came back into that feeling I came when I told my childhood bully how I really felt. And it was almost like something had shifted. And I told this person my truth, and I stood my ground in what I believed that I was worth in that moment. And it really was a experiential sign of what happens when we find a way to stand our power. And so we might not always have someone that we can find in our life, like a bully, to find as far as a root to our unworthiness. But another part of this story is that we need mentors and guides and coaches in our life that can support us during those times where we are feeling down, or we are feeling afraid or unworthy. And so what today's practice is going to be is first connecting to that mentor, finding who that might be for us in our life, and then seeing if we can create some healing on our journey with some past triggers or some past moments that, some past people that we need to work with. And so I know that's a good long introduction. So I thank you again for choosing to practice with me, and let's go ahead and get into it. So go ahead and close down your eyes, start to find yourself in your body. Moving the awareness from listening to the story that I was telling to tuning inwards to receive and to allow your own story to start to shine through. So allow your body to feel the support of your ground or your cushion beneath you. Allow yourself to feel held. And then invite a sense of relaxation from the top of your head down through your forehead and down through your shoulders and your torso and your hips and your knees. And as you relax, letting your body connect to the earth element. We're going to ground by connecting with 3 of the 4 elements today. And so starting with the earth element, feeling the ground, feeling the density of your physical body. And feeling your strength in your physical body. Even if maybe today you're not feeling so strong, maybe you bring your awareness into your solar plexus, into the 3rd chakra. Maybe even feel or imagine a yellow light start to grow there. And this is the place of your power. So start to bring in a few rounds of breath. Breathing in to this place deep inside of your core. Breathing and feeling that inner strength. And we're now going to leave the earth element and move into the fire element within. And so feeling the warmth of your body. Maybe feeling the warmth of your breath. Or if the air that you find yourself in is warm, just sensing the temperature. And also feel the fire and the passion deep in your being. Your passion for life, for love, for self-expression. And maybe you start to feel this in your heart. And almost like there's a connection from your heart down into your solar plexus, where your passion starts to connect to your power. You feel maybe a yellowish green light start to burn a little brighter. Lastly, connecting with the air element. And so feeling the breath move in and out of the body. Air coming in, filling up, and releasing out. Maybe you also feel the air or the wind at your face. And maybe you imagine a sky in your mind's eye. Noticing the lightness, the expansiveness of this. And this is possibility. Limitless, expansive possibility. And so we'll use these three as we go along, rooted in our power, connected to our passion, and opening and exploring possibilities. So feel that connection from gut, heart, up into your mind's eye. And then together with me, let's take a conscious breath in and breath out. I'd like you to now notice any fear or insecurities that are here right now, in whatever area of your life that might be. Maybe you're feeling doubtful, uncertain, or disempowered. Maybe it's not now, and maybe you do think about a moment when these feelings typically come up. Holding it with a compassionate lens. Allowing it to be here, maybe noticing it in the body if it has any physical manifestation. We're going to go on a little journey together to work with these feelings. But before we do, we need some help. I'd like you to think of a mentor figure in your life. Someone that you call on or you can call on for support. Be someone you know or you don't know, someone you admire, someone who is no longer here and looking down on you. Could be a spiritual master, Jesus, the Buddha, a goddess, a saint. You may have a few mentors, but seeing if you can find one here. And imagine that this person or this being comes into the room that you are in right now. Maybe you can imagine them in front of you, or maybe you just sense their presence in the room. And they can offer care for those feelings that you have. Because they see your potential, they know your worth, and they know your strength. So I'd like you to imagine receiving these words from them. You can do this. You have an immense depth of inner strength. You are worthy. You are powerful. You are capable of so much more than you think. You can do this. You have an immense depth of inner strength. You are worthy. You are powerful. You are capable of so much more than you think. Continue to receive this appreciation and support from them. With each breath, taking in the strength, the passion, and the possibility that they're giving you. Noticing if it shifts anything. And know that their support is always there with you. And then together with me, let's take a breath in and out. Keeping the strength of their support, we're now going to do a little visualization. So imagine in your mind's eye that you are taking a walk in a park. So any park that comes to mind, when you're just making up. And begin to walk on the path, feel your feet. And you see over on the left in the grass is a tree. Go ahead and walk through the grass and stand in front of the tree. Sense the strength of the tree behind you. Almost as if your spine was taking in that strength. Feeling your feet stand on the ground almost as it's growing roots down to the ground, just as the tree is. And this tree is special because it is here to help you take back your power, to help you stand firmly in your strength. I'd like you to think of a person who brings up feelings of unworthiness or insecurity. Maybe they made you feel negative or that you're not enough. It could be a childhood bully like me, or maybe it's a coworker or a boss that you're always pleasing. Maybe it's someone that you feel judged by. Even if they are kind people, there's just something about them that causes you stress or fear or feelings of being less than. Imagine that they are walking by the same park and they see you and they go over and they come and they stand right in front of you. And they're holding a gift that has your name on it, but they're not going to give it to you yet. You're going to have to take a stand for it. Again, feel the strength of the tree. Connect with the strength in your gut, the passion in your heart. And remember what your mentor said. you're going to tell this person what you need to say to them, but first, rooting down in your mentor's words and sharing this with yourself silently or out loud. I can do this. I have an immense depth of inner strength. I am worthy. I am powerful. I am capable of so much more than I think. I can do this. I have an immense depth of inner strength. I am worthy. I am powerful. I am capable of so much more than I think. And from here, I'd like you to stand up for yourself with this person. Tell them your truth, how they made or make you feel. Not in an angry way, but holding your ground. And if you're not sure if you have the right person in mind, just come back to those affirmations and let that be you standing in your power. I'll give you a few moments here to stand your ground, whether it's in words, intentions, or feelings. Really let it out. And then notice how you feel. Maybe you feel strong, maybe it was challenging. Whatever the case, see this person give you their understanding, their humanity, in whatever form they do. It's acknowledging you for what you have done. And maybe apologizing if that is right. And when you're ready, reach out and take their gift, symbolizing you taking back your power. Thank them for their teaching. And then start to walk away from them back to the path. Walking in the park. Once again, take a breath in with me. And let that go. And now it's time for us to do something with that power and strength. So as you walk, you open the gift and you see that it's this comforting blanket, which may seem surprising as we think of power as tough and strong. But true strength comforts. So go find a grassy area in the park, put the blanket down and lay down on it. Feel the power at your solar plexus connected with the passion in your heart and then look up towards the sky at all the possibilities in the wind. What I want you to do right now is to daydream, to imagine what would happen in your life if you stood your ground. What opens up for you? See in the sky images, visions of what that might look like. Maybe you see yourself speaking up more. Maybe you see yourself going for your dreams. Maybe you see a beautiful relationship. Using the peaceful sky as your background to dream and explore the possibilities. And as you do this, allow a smile to find your face. Just open up to that grand vision. Enjoying what lies ahead. All these things that are possible for you. And then wrap that blanket so you're cocooned on the inside, feeling the comfort and support, knowing that all you imagined is possible, and reminding yourself one more time of these words. I can do this. I have an immense depth of inner strength. I am worthy. I am powerful. I am capable of so much more than I think. And then I'd like you to repeat just one that feels true for you. And then as you repeat, imagine that blanket morph into your body. And then let yourself let go of the vision in the park. Coming back to where you're at right now and knowing that this blanket of strength is like an inner shield that you can call upon, that is always inside. Connect to that inner blanket or that inner shield and strength right now. Knowing how to get back there during the moments that you need it. And then before we end, giving back what we received. Who is someone in your life that you can act as a mentor? Who is someone that could use some strength or some encouragement? Could be someone close, could be someone that you don't know so well, but thinking almost as if you're acting as their champion. Bringing them into your mind and into your heart and sending these intentions out to them. You can do this. You have an immense depth of inner strength. You are worthy. You are powerful. You are capable of so much more than you think. And sending them those intentions, or maybe just one for another moment here. And then letting that go, starting to come back to your body, to the earth beneath you. And when you feel complete, go ahead and open your eyes and come back to your day. And thank you so much for moving through that and for willing to stand in your strength. I am wishing you so much support on this journey as always. I hope that you were able to find that blanket during times that you need it. I hope that you can remember to think of your mentor during those times where maybe we're curled up in bed, feeling insecure or in a down moment, as is part of the journey as well. And so we're constantly working at this, as am I. So as always, I wish you much love, and I hope to practice with you again soon. Always let me know what you thought and connect with me. I'd love to engage with you all. So sending much love, take care, and namaste.